Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAMSUL and my group member is AKID ZULKARNAIN, ZAMIR HAIQAL, NAHIMUDIN and Muhammad FARHAN. Today, we're gonna discuss about social media network are instrumental for university student learning growth. Um, Personally, in my opinion, I don't agree about this statement. This is because social media has very effective for student for their learning. For example, um, some of the student use social media to get their own motivation, like for using TikTok. Um, some of the content uh, bring motivation for the student to help them in their learning, and also there are a lot of platform in the social media that can help them, like ebooks, um, and the other YouTube channel that can help them to learning. Um, what did you think about it?
Hi, I'm Akid. So I think I'm on the same page as you, as I also disagree with this statement. I think social media is very effective for the learning growth, as every student can have their own pace, whether to study anywhere, everywhere, and every study material nowadays is in soft copy, whether it be document, Google Doc, Microsoft Doc, and even PDF, the most convenient one. And there's a new type of learning material, which is video, like you say in YouTube. This video can be used effectively as the student can rewind whenever they don't understand, so improve the effectiveness of the learning group. So what do you guys think of this?
I do agree with Kit and Shamsul. Social media maybe help in terms of knowledge and education. In terms of a student may get some some tips, some might help them on their studies. But we need also need consider other things, other aspect like social skills. Social skill also an important aspect on student university student. Social media uh will make student you know more awkward in real life in social interaction. Even nowadays we go outside, right? We can see uh many students, they are just playing through, they are just going through their media social they are just scrolling through their media social. They're like there's no any social interaction between them. They're just they are doesn't want to try to to social with another strangers, so maybe help them in terms of knowledge education, but in terms of social integration maybe it will be affected. So what do you guys think about that?
Okay, I agree with you, Nahi. Social media does lead to negative effect to students. For example, let me add something. Students are tend to be introvert, just like you said. Students nowadays uh, will be more awkward to interact with each other, and it does lead to be an anti-social person after too much usage of social media. For example, let's take in PKP, whereby students needs to be study in online classes. Online classes, for example, online classes will be no more direct interaction, just like the usual classes face to face. I think that's my point.
I also think we need to consider about the uh, social media. They can provide a platform for students to communicate with each other outside of the classroom, allowing them to build relationship and for their networks. So social media can also improve about the communication communication skill, which are becoming increasingly important, especially of today's job market. So the social skills by allowing them to engage in group discussion, share resources and notes, and work together on projects. So is there anyone else would like to add something?
I think agree with you, as the point that Nahi gave kind of harsh, as I don't believe that social media can make someone antisocial or parasocial. In other way, social media can be an opportunity for us to be open to other country, to interact with no boundary wherever we are and whenever we want. It's not detrimental for the student learning group. So moving on. So do you guys think that social media may have an effect on health issue?
Okay. I think social media is one of the best platform that we can use to spread the information of health information. Um, this is because, for example, like during the COVID-19, like we can use the social media to spread the awareness to the others so that we can keep ourselves safe from being affected on that virus. Like we have to wear the mask, keep the social distancing, and so on. So I believe that social media is very helpful for us to keep healthy by spreading those information. What do you guys think about it?
Uh, yes, I think you are right about that. Because in my opinion about the social media platform can give a simple way to share health related information and increase awareness among university students. So from this, student can learn about the variety of health, about the topic about health, including mental health, physical fitness, and other than that. And university student can benefit from this shared experience by learning how to manage their health issue. For example, platform like Instagram, YouTube can also be used to promote healthy habits, which influences sharing fitness tip and healthy risk. So, anyone to add something?
I agree with Shamsul and Farhan that media social may help us, may you know give awareness about health issues, about mental health, especially at COVID days, right? But it is also depend on type of person. If the person is, like a lazy one, he or she will become more lazy with the media social. Yes, there's a lot of health tips. There's a lot of health tips regarding about physical health, mental health, but it is not. It is like what to say. It is like nothing if the person just look at it and doesn't do anything physically. You know, you get right what I say. Just going through, yeah, this is good, this is good. This type of exercise is very good for the body, but we don't do it physically. We just do it like mentally. So it depends on the type of people. If he or she is a very disciplined one, he may use the tips from the media social. But if he or she lazy one, he maybe be he will affect that he or she will be affected. So Zami, do you want to add something about that?
All right, Nahi, I do agree with your points right there. why I'm agree with Nahi is because of the use of social networking sites that we or students doing by carelessly might have negative impact on their mental or physical health. For example, let's say uh, we are trying to we are scrolling down into a TikTok and then we see a video and we click on the comment. There might be some hateful comment that may lead us to depression. Let me add one more interesting fact that research shows that many negative consequences sustained by victims of cyberbullying that they will commit suicide attempts, and it does have into a higher rates of depression and anxiety. I think that's my point for health issue.
So on this issue, F issue, I think I'm gonna have to partially agree with all of you. As some degree, F issue kind of detrimental in social media. As ZAMIR said, there will be student will have ISO, eyesight fatigue, or even worse, sleep disorder. But on the other hand, we see the point first, which is effectiveness. YouTube, we can find motivation to improve and self-contain our mental health. And like Samsul said, that social media can be act as awareness for us, ensuring have issue or even safety. So, do you guys want to add something?
I want to add something about what Zami have said for the anxiety and cyberbully, right? Um, if we want to avoid it, I think we can that some of the social media have um some feature to limit the comment in their social media. So if we get some of the cyberbully comment, we can delete it or we can block them from disturbing us on the social media. So we can avoid from get anxiety or being stressed of what they said on us on the media social. Um, I think that's it. Would you like to add something?
Yeah, I also like to add something in terms of motivation, and media social may help in terms of motivation. There is a lot of motivation, there's a lot of quote, uh, but the media social also can unmotivated us. Maybe some people will feel anxiety because of media social. One of the thing is FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. Maybe some of our friends in our holidays, our friend get go vacation on Langkawi or any best place, but we just sitting in our home looking watching our TV. So maybe we like, wow, he enjoying his holiday, but me just sit home. So this kind of thing maybe unmotivated us, make us stressful, anxiety. So this is a real thing also. That's all I want to add. Anybody else?
So, going on a tangent, I think the last point is convenient. For me, I think social media can be convenient for us as everything can be sent via the virtual site, as teacher can hand out their homeschool or the lecture note in soft copy. So they no need to work hard on to make a hard copy and print it. So I think the convenience of the social media is not detrimental for the learning growth. So do you want to add something?
Okay. Yeah, it is like Aki said, right? It is convenient. It is very easy for us to access any type of knowledge. Our lecture doesn't need to print out many paper. We just can access on our uh, software, but but I think there is a hadith, there is a saying of Prophet that in knowledge, it is nowadays, it is very easy to access, but if I'm not mistaken, there are many people, how to say, to say in a harsh way, there's still many people stupid, you know. Less knowledge. Yes, right now it's too much knowledge, but there is people with less knowledge, because just because the thing is, you know, easy to access, people are just doesn't care about much, because, you know, nowadays knowledge is very easy. Even you want to calculate something, just can calculate on calculator, so you don't need to, you know, calculate on your mind. So that is one of the example lah. So anybody want to talk?
Okay, let me add something. I do see point Akid that social media will be benefits to the student, like easy access to ebooks, online notes, or learning video. But in that case, I would like to suggest that just for the good students, let's say a bad students. There are two different type of students: a bad students and a good students. A bad students might addicted to social media, and it will put their education on the back burner. Um, I think it's depends on the students whether they operate this social media properly. I think that's my point. Do you guys have any idea?
I see your points, Zamir, but in my opinion, social media is can give a very convenience for student, basically for student engagement and participation in like class activities and discussion. For example, for example, someone can create a class group like on social media like WhatsApp, where students can discuss their topic, share some notes, and ask questions in the group. So this can make it easier for students to connect with friends and discuss on their assignment or project, even when they're not physically together. So what do you guys think about this?
Um, Thank you, Farhan. Personally, I not quite agree with Nahi point and Zami point. First of all, um, the purpose of we are improving our technology today, like social media, computer, calculator, and so on, is to make our life more easier. So I think it's okay for us to have a life that is easy for us by using the others technology. And then for what Zamir had say, that is um some of bad student using the social media for getting addicted, and I think that is not efficient because it is a individual behavior. We as a student should aware that we have to use all of the facility to make our study become more easier. And social media is very helpful because it can help us to improve our other skill, like um we can use it to improve our creativity, like we have a creative video, and we have like a creative storytelling on YouTube or Instagram. So what do you guys think about it?
Okay, I do agree with Syamsul. Yeah, yes. Of course, uh, we need to use the facilities. You know, we are improving. We need to use the technology we have to improvise ourselves in. We need to improve more ourselves. And of course, but like I said before, it also depends on the type of person. If the person is a person who like to like to gain knowledge, of course he will use social media. He will use the opportunity to gain more knowledge. But if the person he doesn't care, he will be more far away from the knowledge. And furthermore, I like to add also that not everything in social media is true, right? Of course, not everything. Some news are fake, right? So there is what I like authentic. We cannot prove that it is hard to us to make sure that the the news or the knowledge are authentic in nowadays. So that is one of the fellow. Even though yes, of course, it is convenient us to get knowledge, but the authentic is hard to be proven nowadays. That's all.
Thank you, Nahi, for your opinion. But um, I partially disagree with your point. This is because yes, it's true that some of the news or information that consists on the social media are not true, but we can avoid from get those incorrect information by go to the government website or the other facility that have in our country, so we can take only the correct information so to use in our daily life. So what do you guys think about it? Do you
Yeah, it
guys
is true.
agree
Yeah,
with
it is
me?
true. Yeah, I agree with you.
I guess that's it for the argument for this group discussion.
So before we end our discussion, um, I want to ask, who agree with the statement that we discussed just now? I disagree with the statement. How about you guys?
For my opinion, I strongly believe that my point is valid for this case, as all the point I stated is true based on my experience myself. I think it's social media network are detrimental for students' learning growth.
I also stand with ZAMIR HAIQAL with the our discussion with the topic, but it's also depends on the type of person. That's all.
For me, I'm thinking about this statement. Thank you.
So I'm gonna have to have a stand with Syamsul and Farhan, as I also disagree with this statement. As the end of the day, the social media is not important whether it be detrimental or not for our growth learning, as it is up to us, the student, university student, to have the right resolve whether we use the social media in a good way or a bad way, and it will affect us in a good way or the bad way. I guess that's about it. Thank you.